Hey, it's Annika. So I saw this free pattern for loose-fitting trousers on the fabricstore.com site, and I thought I'd give it a try. They do look pretty comfy. I've had some gray linen in my fabric stash for a couple of years. I don't even know why I bought it. So whatever I was going to make from it, never got made. I thought it'd be perfect for these Morocco pants, but I'm going to ice dye the linen just to put some color into it. Why is it called Alexandra pants on one pattern piece and Morocco crop pants on the other? Huh. And I goofed up. When I printed out the test, I changed the settings to 100%, but I forgot to reset it when I printed all the pattern pieces out. I was thinking I was going to have to upgrade it all one size anyway, so maybe it'll be okay. I don't know. Well, let's see what happens. I decided to ice dye just the actual pants pieces instead of the entire piece of gray linen, so I serged their edges. Notice that the serge thread probably won't take the dye because it's polyester. No matter. It's all good. If you're using natural fabrics, the first thing to do is soak the fabric in a soda ash and water solution, a cup of soda ash per gallon. It will help the dyes adhere better to the fabric. Make sure all of the soda ash is dissolved in the water. The fabric's going to need to soak for about 20 minutes in the soda ash solution. So I got the dyes from Dharma Trading. Here are the colors I chose. Ultraviolet, which is going to be a nice purpley sort of color. Aquamarine, which is going to be sort of a, sort of a tealy, sort of aqua color. Sapphire blue, which is going to be a darker blue color. And then mermaid green, which is going to be a nice bright green. I put a baking grid on top of 5 cat food containers in an aluminum turkey roasting pan. The grid needs to sit at least an inch or so higher than the bottom of the pan. As the ice melts, it's going to pool under the grid and the dyes will all mush together into one color. And that's not what you want on your fabric. Now it's time to add the ice on top of the fabric. I usually get a big bag of ice at the grocery store and I just pile it on. Try to cover every little bit of the fabric. Now I just start sprinkling on the different dye powders. I use a different spoon for every color, so there won't be any contamination between them. As you're sprinkling on your final colors, just look for gaps where there's no dye powder if you can see any. So here's the whole shebang. Maybe a couple hours later you can see the dye has started to, pool underneath that grid as the ice is melting. So now the ice is all melted and pooled underneath that grid, away from the fabric. And to be honest, I stored this in the oven overnight because I have cats and they love to get into everything if I'm not careful. At this point it looks like sad wilted spinach to me. So let's get this excess dye washed out. This will take some time, so if you do this, just learn some patience and try to enjoy the process. I used to not wear gloves when I dyed fabric and always seemed to have wildly colored hands, which nobody ever thought was cool. When the dye is mostly dissipated, I put in a little laundry detergent to help release the color some more. And then finally, I throw everything through a wash cycle to take care of the rest of the excess color. I love how the crystals display on my dryer. So here are the final results for the ice dye. I love the combination of all of the colors and how they play so well together. It's almost like geode dyeing, but not quite. That's a slightly different technique, which I'd love to explore further. And here's the original gray linen, so you can see the difference between what it was and what it is. I had my featherweight sewing machine painted recently, and I love the two-tone green to purple coloring and the little golden dragon in the center. But from this angle, it's mostly green. You can't really see the purple here. You can see here that the serged threads did not take the color. So for the waistband, I should have used 1-inch elastic, but this is what I had in my stash, so be it. This is an old bodkin used for threading elastic through waistbands and such. I've had it for years. if you don't like the contrasting serger thread showing on the pants cuffs, if you want to roll them up, we'll just color it in with a Sharpie. I mean, on a project like this, it doesn't really matter what color it is. So, here are my ice-dyed Morocco crop pants from fabricstore.com. I love them.